I hope you got so much value. I'll be bringing up stage the next leader that'll be taking it from here. No other person than your favorite ambassador, Ronke Kosemani. Ambassador Ronke Kosemani, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Elijah. That was amazing, amazing, amazing. Good morning, everybody. I just have 10 minutes, so I'm going to try and do this as fast as I can, all right? I'm really excited to be here. I'm going to say, please go and do more reminders because we have more people in the team who are supposed to be in this meeting. I posted something the other day about how people need to be financially independent, and at age 22, I was living alone in Abuja. I was financially independent and sending money to my parents, and people were asking me, how did you do it, living alone and all that and all that. But then one thing I forgot to mention is that I joined this business the following year at age 23. In fact, my 24th birthday was at Suite 8 Shalom Plaza. And I've heard a lot of people say, oh, how were you able to grow so successful? So right now, I want to talk to those who are young in this meeting. Because I've heard people say, oh, with the formal plan, with the formal structure, I became a Kingsman, I became this, oh, why do I have to go forward and become a Kingsman again, raise other Kingsmen and all that? The truth about the matter is that when a vision comes out, you must align with it. The one reason why you must not only become a Kingsman and also raise other Kingsmen is because the vision has said we should become Kingsmen. A lot of people have asked me, okay, how did you become very successful? What did you do? The truth is that this new Kingsman qualification we're talking about, I actually hit it by my month 3 when I joined the business, month 3. Meaning I had 5 APs at month 3. But guess what? At that point, we didn't even know what Kingsmanship was. We didn't even know what was happening. But because earlier on, I already had 5 APs who were already running the business, who were already growing, my legs were able to grow very fast. And I had them in different parts of Nigeria, different states. So you have no excuse on why you should not become a Kingsman. But like I said, today I'm going to come from the angle of the vision, and I'm going to come from the angle of the SMO checklist. I've had a lot of people ask me, how was I able to start the business so young and succeed? How did I grow so hard? What happened to me and all that? I'm going to share a couple of things with us. And you know me, I always come from a different angle. Some people have said, oh, maybe because she works hard. No, I don't think that's good. Yes, I work hard. But there are many people that work harder than me. Some people say, oh, maybe because she's beautiful. I do not think so, because there are many people that are much more beautiful than me and they have quit the business. Some people say, maybe because she started on time. That's not true. Because there are many people that started the business with us and they have quit and they are wallowing in poverty today. Or maybe because so many maybes I've heard. But one secret I'm going to share with you is that from the beginning, I have always aligned with the vision. Somebody even said, because she can talk now, it's a lie. There are people who can talk better than me and they are broke and they are suffering. They joined the business, they were presenting and all that, and they quit. Why? Because they were not loyal to the vision. One thing that I've not shared with many people is that I have been loyal to the vision from the beginning. Stiff neck loyalty. When Ambassador Mike says A, I do A. Do B, I do B. We're raising Kingsmen. Yes, sir. We're going to Immersion. Yes, sir. Things we should do, we're doing it. You know why? Because I learned earlier on that everything Ambassador Michael Okoli has said about this business has come to pass. This is a secret that some of you may not know. At the beginning, he mentioned how, a time is going to come where we're going to take over the whole Suite 8. I mean, the whole of Shalom Plaza. We're going to have different offices. And even me, I will not lie, I do not believe. Why is that? Because as at that time, we're all managing in Suite 8 Plaza, Suite 8 Shalom Plaza. So how will we take over the whole place? At that time, we were so broke that we couldn't even pay for NEPA bill. In fact, after they left Suite 8 and all that, and I took over Suite 8, I and my teammates, we had to pay NEPA bill for like 3 years. We will pay for NEPA bill, they will come and cut our lights. We'll pay, we say, what's going on? This okay, start doing 50-50. Well, why is it that I'll pay for 20K NEPA bill, you give me 10K? What happened? And one day they came and told us that it is because the people who were in this office before, they were not paying their NEPA bill. So therefore, what AEDC has done is that you are now there, you are now paying their old NEPA bill. They now told me, go and find out who were formerly in this office and let them come and pay. Some of you are laughing. As soon as they told me that, I kept quiet because I knew that the people who were in Suite 8 before were our people. Now, when I be down, we're like, we couldn't afford, like, that was how bad things were. But at that time, Ambassador Mike said, we're going to take over the plaza. We took over. Ambassador Mike said, a time will come when people will leave other network marketing companies and teams and come and join our business. He said it with boldness. A lot of us did not believe it came to pass. He said a time is going to come where we're going to have cars. People do not believe it came to pass. There's going to be a time where we're going to not just have cars, but we'll have luxury cars. He said it, what happened? It came to pass. He said the time is going to come when we're going to be having people who are making 100K weekly, 1 million weekly, and all that. We said, Ambassador, off your mic. It came to pass. Everything he has said has come to pass. He said the time is going to come where we are going to fill up, where there will be no hall that can contain us. No hall that can contain us. Did it happen? Yes, it has happened. This year, by God's grace, the stadium was packed full 8 times. 2022, it was just once we packed full the stadium. But by 2023, this year, we picked up the stadium 8 times. No network marketing company, living or dead, has done this before. No, it has never happened. Even a record reset, nobody has done it before. But guess what? It came from the mouth of our visionary president. Now, another thing Ambassador Mike has said, oh my goodness. So with time, I have learned that when he says something, I just begin to align. Whether I understand it or not, whether I understand it, I just align with it because this man is someone that says it and it happens. Now, guess what? He has said that at the immersion program happening this year, he's going to come and tell us the date and all that. That anybody who attends the immersion, follows the system, does everything he told you to do, you're going to become a cell leader. A cell leader makes at least 4, 5, 6 million naira monthly. Guess what? He has said it, and so shall it be. There's no two way about it. It's going to happen. So my question to you now is, why argue? Why argue? Number one, do you want to become a cell leader? Of course, you must be at the immersion. Number two, do you want your people to become as well? Then they must also be at the immersion program as well. So for me, that's one reason why anything that Ambassador Mike says we should do, I'm going to do it, whether I understand it or not, because he has taken me thoughts for over the past seven years plus. But I have good news and bad news for you. Let me start with the good news. The good news is that anybody who attends the immersion with a lot of their downlines, if you attend alone, the immersion alone, you will cry. Because you won't even listen, because you'll be like, oh my God, why am I here alone? I wish my people were soaked in what I'm doing. It's a 3-day event. We have never done 3 days before. So the good news is that anybody who makes their way to that event, you and your teammates, your business will literally explode. You've been struggling. How do I start making 1 million? How do I start making 5 million? How do I get to 8 figures? What do I do? Immersion is the solution for you. That is the truth of the matter. That's the good news. But the bad news is that if you are not a King's fan, you cannot be an immersion. I'll tell you something. There are some people who are making a lot of money. They're making up to 500K, 1 million, 2 million, doing a lot. But it is from their activities alone. You have not become kingsmen. They're not raising kingsmen. If you are not a kingsman, even if you have 1 billion downlines, even if you have 52 offices, no matter what you have, you will not be at that immersion program. So what does that mean? Number one, you must become a kingsman. Number two, you must do what? Raise other kingsmen. Now, one thing I'm going to share, I know with everybody knows, everybody knows my story and all that. I joined the business at a very young age. I bought cars for my parents, bought a car for my mom, bought a car for my dad. Done a lot of things because of this business. And I came from a stage where things were so difficult for me. I was struggling. Paying rent was a big problem for me. I was struggling. How do I pay rent? There are times that I didn't even have money to feed because I have to use the money to make calls for this business. I've gone through a lot. We all know, a lot of people know my story. I don't want to go there. But one of the biggest things, apart from the vacations and the monies and the soft life, is that I had a goal one day. I said, well, come on. I've traveled a lot. I want to do something that other people will not do. Have an adrenaline rush. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Mauritius. After our first 90-day game plan in the year, worked so hard. I want to treat myself, go to Mauritius. I want to go and touch lions. Yeah, to touch lions. What will happen? What will happen? Lion is the king of the jungle. This one, I want to go and touch a lion. People are doing it. And I got to Mauritius with my friends. Guess what? Oh my goodness. It was only about 4 or 5 of us that said we're going to do it out of all the Nigerians there. We got there. Well, literally all white people were the only black people there. First of all, in our resort, we're the only black people in the resort. Where there people were looking at us, asking us, how are you in this place? How are you able to afford this vacation? Did your company pay? People were shocked that we're there. But let me return to my lion story. And I said, I want to touch lions. And I got there. And I did. It cost me a lot of money, almost about 100K or so, to do all these activities. But I said, I want to do that. I did it. Guess what? I was still earning a salary of how much? There's no way I would have been able to even come to Mauritius, talk of touching lions. And this is something that has been on my bucket list. I want to do it. And this business helps you do whatever you want to do. But why? It's because I have leaders and I have raised other leaders as well. If I have not done that, then that's the end. It's been such an exciting journey. I'm going to end with this. Ambassador Nefo and Ambassador Elijah have spoken about the becoming a kingsman. But there's something that we don't know. Apart from raising 5 APs, we must go through the SMO checklist. A lot of people are going through the becoming Kingsmen and not having 5 APs, but they are not doing it properly because they are not going through the SMO checklist. What's the SMO checklist? Standard method of operation. It's a 4-week income producing and personal development journey. Emphasis on what? Personal development journey. Yes, you can have your 5 APs, but you must go through the SMO checklist systematically. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You can do everything in 1 or 2 weeks, but you must go through that whole process. It will make you a worthy Kingsman. If you have not gone through the SMO checklist, you cannot help your teammates go through the SMO checklist. When you go to the SMO checklist, you will understand the business. SMO checklist is actually a crash course for success in the business. Why? It makes you understand network marketing a bit more. It makes you withstand rejection and a lot of other things. So I want to leave this with you. As you are going through your Kingsmanship journey, as you are raising Kingsman, please ensure that you go through your SMO checklist. This is extremely, extremely important. Okay, different teams have different SMO checklists. Week 1 to week 4. Ensure you go through the literature and then the activities as well. Okay, like I said, everything I said is just small chops. The real food is going to be received at the Immersion program very soon. So I'm going to end now and hand over to the unstoppable king himself, Dr. Victor Abalsin, the king of the unstoppable nation. Dr. Victor, please take it away from here. Thank you.